What you get here is this, guys. Exercise 4.2. Dennis, Paddy. Okay. You have question 3. Now, does anybody remember, first of all, what is the mean on a really basic level? Mean is your total divided by the number of people, so to speak. If I said, as an example, if I said the total marks amongst 4 people was 360, so 4 people scored 360 marks when you added all 4 of their tests together. I'd ask you, what's the mean? So what would you tell me then? 360 divided by 4 people, and you get the marks was 90 marks per person average. Doesn't mean that everybody got 90, but it means their average was 90. Okay? Now, when you see these tables up here, what you could do is this. This basically means one person got 1. 2 people frequency means how many times? 2 people got 3. So you have to add 3 plus 3. 5 people got 5. 5 plus 5 plus 5. Now this is looking very long already, isn't it? And then I'd have to do 7, add 7 together 7 times. So there's a much faster way of doing this. The faster way of doing this is like so. What you do is, you just say 1 times 1, 1. 3 times 2, 6. 5 times 5, 25. 7 times 7, 49. 54, 33, 36, and 30. Now, that is the total score. How many people was this shared amongst? Yeah. Somebody get out the calculator. Be ready for it. How many people was this shared amongst? How many people was it shared amongst, guys? It was 1 person, 2 people, that's 3 people, plus 5, that's 8 people, plus 7, that's 15 people, 21 people, 24 people, 26 people, 28 people. Okay, you add all of them together and you get 28. So add the top row together and what you get? 224. And you divide it by 28 and what you get? 8. The average mark or the mean mark was 8. Is that okay? I multiplied. In each one of these, Sean, you multiply. For example, value 1. That means 8 people got 1. That means 8 marks total. 6 people got 2 marks. That's 12 marks in total. So you add on 12. So you just multiply them. I'm just multiplying these by each other and adding them all together to find out how many marks I got in total. Now guys, the tricky parts come in. The trickier parts are, what is the median? Who's the middle person? How many people did we have again when we added all the blue spots together? 28. 28 is an even number. Does that mean a middle person or a middle 2 people? A middle person. Sam divided it by 2. He got 14. He was aware it was an even number. So he said the 14th and the 15th. Shh. Where's the location of the 14th and 15th person is what we need to be worried about now. So we just track our numbers here, and we can do it like this. You can do it like this. The first person's there. The first 3 are beneath 3. The first 8, do you understand? I'm just adding the bottom numbers together. The first 8 people are 5 and below. The first 15 people are 7 and below. Okay? So the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th person all have what score? 7. This means number 14, you have to average the 14th and 15th score. They both got 7, and the average of 7 plus 7 divided by 2, 7. So the median is 7. Finally, the mode, which is the most easy. The mode is the second question. What does mode mean again? Most common. Which number has the highest frequency? Lucky 7. Okay, 7 has the highest frequency. It's the mode. Everybody cool with that? Okay. The only way to make this question harder is if they ask you to make your own table. Okay, so a test consisting of 8 questions was given to 40 pupils. 1 mark was awarded per question for a correct solution and no marks for an incorrect solution. The results were shown as follows. Represent the information on a frequency distribution table. So what you're going to have to do first of all is you're going to have to make a quick table. And how many different marks are there? It goes from 1 to 8, does it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll do a 9th one just in case. And a 10th one. Now, there's 2 columns. What are the 2 columns called? One of them's value and the other one's called frequency, okay? And what we gotta do, and it's a bit painstaking, is you gotta mark off each one, alright? So just gonna mark off all the ones. 1, 2, 3. Am I missing any? No. So value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that was 3. How many 2's do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anybody else see any? 5. Okay, go again. 3's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, if somebody can count how many, will you count how many 8's there is? Count how many 7's there is? Count how many 6's there is? Count how many 5's there is? Count how many 4's there is? And just feed me in the answer so I know what to write down. It's just quicker, guys. How many 4's? 4 6's? 4 6's, yeah. 8 4's, yeah. 2 7's, yeah. 1 8, yeah. 5's? We'll help out with 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there 7 4's? Okay, let's try this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, guys, can everybody stop here? The part I'm going to teach you next will save you loads of marks, and it's really, really easy to do. See the way there's 40 pupils, and even if it doesn't tell you that it's 40 pupils, you could always say each row is worth 10, isn't it? There's 10 numbers in each row. Multiply 4 by 10, you got 40 participants, okay? If all your numbers don't add up to 40, it means you've made a mistake somewhere. So 8 plus 8, 16, 16 plus 8 is 24, 24 plus 9 is 33, 33 plus the remaining 7 is 40. More than likely you haven't made a mistake. That takes 10 seconds to do, and then near enough 99% of the time guarantees you haven't made a mistake. Is that alright? It's really quick and easy to do. Now that you're here, it goes calculate done. Calculate the mean. How do I calculate the mean again, guys? We're just going to have to add them all up, right? No way around it. Just multiply and add. Press the fraction button at the start. It's going to be 3 plus 10. Everybody knows where I got 10 from? Plus 24. Plus 32. Plus 45. Plus 24. Plus 14. Plus 8. On the bottom, what's the number on the bottom when I add them all together? Gotta be 40. Your answer's 4. Your mean is 4. In a test, would you just write down your means 4? If you write down what you do and you get it wrong, you still get marks. So just write it down. Take the time to write it down. Answer is 4. What's the median? Who's the middle? Jordan, middle 1 or middle 2? As in, there's 2 people in the middle or 1 person in the middle? Why? It's even. What's half of 40? Where is 20 and 21 located? The first 8 are located below 2. The next 8, that brings you up to 16 people, are located 3 and below. Add 16 to 8. The first 24 people are all beneath 4. And you can be guaranteed that out of those last, from 16 to 24, they're all worth the number 4. So the answer would be 4. Even if it's the middle 2, they both scored 4, and then 4 plus 4 divided by 2, still 4. Okay, what's the mode? Modal mark, most common. 5, which happened 9 times. Score of 5. Okay, if the pass mark was 4 marks, what percentage of students failed the tests? What's how'd you get percentage of failure, guys? 16 people failed out of 40, and you multiply that by 100. Any ideas on what you get there? Nobody? 40%? Okay. Shh. 40%. Now, 10 other pupils did the same test. The mean... Shh. Sorry, guys. The mean mark for them, for the 50 pupils, was unchanged. Calculate the sum of the marks for the 50 pupils. What does sum of the marks mean? When you add up all of them together, what's the total? Okay? Now, what I said was that your old mean was unchanged, wasn't it? So, how many pupils do we have this time? We have 50 pupils. What's their average? What was the average last time? 4. It says that the mean mark was unchanged. 50 multiplied by 4? 200. When you add up all the marks together, you get 200. A second set of 50 pupils did the same test, and the mean for 100 pupils was increased by 1 mark. Calculate the mean for the second set of 50 pupils. Okay. Would you agree that our first 50 got 200 marks in total? Okay. They're now saying that once we brought in the 100 extra students, once we brought in 50 extra students, that is 100 students in total. Would you agree with that? What was the average of the 100 students? So multiply 100 by 5, that means 500 marks total. 200 of those marks was created by the first 50 students. Therefore, 300 of the marks must be responsible for the next 50. Yes? Yep. So 300, just wait 1 sec. The odd numbers of this exercise. 300 divided by what, guys? 50 students, 6. An average of 6.